Hi there, my name is Larry, and I've made this video to hopefully help people out in relieving back pain. And I had a injury where I herniated my discs and went through 2 years of physical therapy, steroid injections, just a lot of pain, finding it difficult to sleep, difficult to walk, could not run. It just stopped most of the activities I was enjoying. I was hiking before that. I would hike the Grand Canyon. And just before the injury, I was training to hike the Grand Canyon. The injury entailed riding a motorcycle, doing the Arizona backcountry discovery route, and I hit a difficult section of terrain where the bike fell over. I wasn't injured by the fall. It was a relatively mild fall because I came to a stop on a slope and tipped over. The injury occurred in lifting the motorcycle, and in the process probably not using the best form to lift a 500-pound motorcycle. It was a if you're interested, a Ducati Desert Sled. When I sustained the injury, I lifted it, actually twice. I fell twice and then gave up, and my adrenaline was flowing and completely exhausted myself getting the bike up, and then I had to return off the trail, load the bike up on my truck, and get home. And then the next day is when the pain began to set in. So that's kind of a description of what happened and how I injured my back. What the pain was like, it would just basically, for the most part, be a constant pain in the back of my right leg, from my top of my buttocks all the way down my hamstring and calf. In the middle of the night, it would just all of a sudden creep up, like almost like you were getting cramps, but it was just just excruciating pain where it prevents you from being able to move. And during the day, it was preventing me from walking normally, running, just doing, picking up my grandchildren, just affects your life. You just don't realize how much your mobility is impacted. Even going to the restroom is affected. It was so painful to go to the restroom. And what I did in the past would be to, just kind of rest, not do anything. And after a couple of weeks, if I had some sort of, similar pain, the pain would go away after a couple of weeks. So, I'd wear a back brace, and, just after several weeks, a month or so, maybe 2 months at the most, this pain would go away. So I was thinking, I injured something and just needed to give it time to heal. But after this incident, it did not heal. The pain did not go away. So then after giving it months to see if it would go away, I then went to the doctor, and they did an x-ray, and they found I had herniated my discs. So what happened then is that's when they started doing the physical therapy. And after months of doing physical therapy, there was no improvements. Then they did steroid injections. The steroid injections helped a little bit, kind of take the edge off some of the pain, gave me a position or two that I could find laying down to sleep, that I could sleep. But it didn't cure it. And I was waiting for the doctor said the next thing you can do is do a surgery where they go in there and clear out the inflammatory, wherever the herniation has occurred along the disc. They have to remove that tissue. Then they were going to fuse my vertebrae to each other with metal brackets and screws to prevent it from herniating or squishing out, the spinal material. So I was scheduled to do this surgery. I was scheduled the end of March, and an interesting thing happened. This is where I'm hoping to share this information. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not claiming to be a doctor. I'm just trying to describe something that helped me not have to do surgery. It didn't cost me anything from a therapist or anyone else. And it was actually doing something I enjoyed doing, that remedied the pain. So let me describe, and so I'm hoping to provide this information for you so that other people can maybe or possibly benefit from this information. And I mean, the day I went in to have my pre-op surgery, the doctors were having me fill out these forms that said the surgery may not resolve anything. It may not help with any pain. I might die from the procedure, and that they can't be held liable for the results of the surgery. So it didn't instill a lot of confidence in me. And I was beginning to feel the benefits of what I did. So I canceled my surgery. And completely recovered. So if this information helps anybody, that's the main satisfaction I get out of, being able to provide this information, is that it helps somebody else. 'Cause let me tell you, the pain, continuous pain, was something that I wish on nobody. So I'm hoping that this can be spread to other people. They can benefit from it and not have the surgery. And if you find it does, help you, it would be wonderful. I'm not begging for any payment. I'm not trying to, get rich. But helping me continue to spread this word, giving me motivation to, spread the word, and provide help to anybody. It would be, nice if you can do like a thank you to PayPal, whatever you think it's worth, right? Going to a physical therapist session, will cost you $80 to $100. And it did nothing for me every time I went. So if I was able to offer somebody, $20 for something that fixed their back, I would gladly contribute or donate to that cause. So what it is, what the remedy was, so I injured my back riding a motorcycle. I still loved riding motorcycles. I still do love riding motorcycles. I ride dirt bikes. I ride street bikes. I have street bikes. I have dirt bikes of all different kinds. At this time, I had the Ducati Desert Sled. I traded it in for a Indian FTR street bike. And then I traded that in for a KTM 890 adventure bike. I had a KTM Freeride electric bike, and I was still able to ride a motorcycle. This is the interesting thing. You know, I mentioned before that walking, running was just extremely painful. In the sitting position, that was one of the most comfortable positions I could put myself in, where there was I didn't have any pain. And that just happens to be the position you are on, you know, many motorcycles, especially the type I have, the dirt bikes and the adventure bikes. So I could still do some rides that didn't, you know, jar or, you know, were too rough where I would, you know, fall or have to pick up the motorcycle again. So I would still go out and do motorcycle rides. The electric Freeride, I was doing dirt bike rides, and the KTM and the Indian, I was doing, you know, street rides. They would be 2-hour-long rides. And it didn't make the pain worse, but it didn't make the pain any better either. It was just something I could do. And so I did that for quite a while. And then come 1 month before my scheduled surgery, I wanted to upgrade my electric dirt bike to a 2-stroke dirt bike so I could get more range. Loved the electric dirt bike. It was really capable and fit all the types of riding that I like to do, except for its range. Its range was limited. And I wanted to get something that could do a little bit more than 30 miles of range. So I got a Husqvarna, which you can see there in the background, TE300. So here's the theory. After I got that Husqvarna, I took it out to break in the motor and did 1 hour, 2 hour casual rides, cruising along about 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. And I'll show some clips of the type of terrain and what, you know, the kind of riding I was doing. And what I've come to believe is the specific vibration of the 2-stroke engine, with me sitting on the seat, wearing a helmet on my head, which is kind of, you know, putting weight on my spine, direct weight on my spine, and the seat putting the opposite direct weight on my spine, and its vibration, doing riding at, you know, probably 4,000 RPM. After 2 break-in rides, which equated to, I did 1 ride a week, pain was 80% gone just after 2 rides. That's when I had my pre-op meeting with the doctor and decided to hold off on the operation and try a couple more rides. And after 2 more weeks of doing the same riding, the pain was completely gone. Completely gone. And it's been 2 years since I bought this bike, and my back has gotten better. And if I begin to feel like, if I haven't ridden my bike in a while, and I begin to feel some, you know, kind of buzzing going down my right leg, down my, you know, sciatic, I go for a dirt bike ride. And after it's, you know, a couple days later, I feel just perfect, 100% again. So I love riding my dirt bike, and I'll continue to ride my dirt bike. So my theory is the electric dirt bike didn't vibrate this at all. And, you know, it's an electric motor. My 4-stroke adventure bikes are only firing, you know, every 2 cycles. So it has a vibration that's different than the 2-stroke motor, which is firing every cycle. So here's the motorcycle I rode, or it's continued to ride. Like I said, Husqvarna 2023 TE 300. I think it's important that it's a 2-stroke motorcycle, and that's it. I'll clip in some riding views, so hopefully the sound and the riding video come out all right. There's my story. I'm hoping the information can help others. Please help spread it to somebody you know that, you know, is suffering from the pain and may be able to, you know, sit on a bike. I think you could just sit on a bike on the kickstand, start the motor, you know, put a fan so, you know, it blows out the exhaust fumes away from you and keeps the engine cool, and just have it rev around 4,000 RPM and wear a motorcycle helmet. I wear a full face, trying to remember the brand, HJC motorcycle helmet, full face. So I think the weight of the helmet on your spine is important as well. So again, hope this information helps somebody. That's really what I'm, you know, hoping to achieve here. And if this is something that's useful, you know, like, share. No need to subscribe. I'm not really doing a YouTube channel. I'm just looking to spread this information. So hope all goes well for you all, and you're, you know, having a great day. Thanks. Bye.